So body recomposition is not for everyone, but there's three types of people this is for. So you should listen up and see if you're one of these three types of people. Number one is going to be beginners. If you haven't been going consistently to the gym for at least a year, then you're a beginner and you're still new to the stimulus at the gym. So you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Number two is going to be people that are coming back from a break at the gym, from an injury or something. Right now, I'm injured. The last time I went to the gym was like last year in 2025. Muscle memory is real. So if you're just coming back from an injury or just a break, you can do a body recomposition. And number three is going to be people that are carrying extra body fat. So the more fat that you have stored, the more readily your body uses it as fuel. And that is going to be used to an advantage in this scenario. If you're already super lean or advanced, then recomposition will work, but it is slower for you. And I'll be honest about that. But for everyone else, this is absolutely achievable. So here's what you need to understand about body recomposition and why it works. So your body has two main jobs that it's trying to do. It's trying to maintain energy and build or repair tissue. Normally, people assume that you need to be in like a calorie surplus to gain muscle and all of this, but it's actually not true. Your body can pull energy from stored body fat to fuel muscle growth, but this is only if two conditions are met. Number one is your protein is going to be high enough that your body has a raw material it needs to actually build muscle. Listen, protein is the number one thing that you need so you can gain muscle. Without it, you're not going to be building muscle. So make sure your protein intake is high. And number two is that you're training hard enough that your body actually starts repairing its muscles, and there's a reason for your body to actually repair itself and build muscle. You're basically telling your body to use the fat for fuel, use the protein that you're eating to build the muscle, and it works, and research backs it up. If you don't believe me, I'll attach some articles in the description. If you still don't believe me, bro, I've really used this myself and my physique is literally proof about this. But before we get started, you're probably asking, who is this guy telling me what to do? So a quick backstory on me. My name is Mohid. I'm 19 years old and I started going to the gym when I was 16. But the first time that I actually went to the gym is when I was 15 years old. And it was because, bro, the classic, I was the skinniest kid in school. By skinniest, I mean the skinniest. I'll show you guys some pictures, but I was bullied constantly for how I look, and I was called twig, and people asked me, do I even eat? I used to go to family functions, and then like, it would be like, beta, what are you doing? Do you, and like to my dad, and it would be like, do you even feed your children? And it really affected me, and so I was too scared to go to the gym by myself. So for the first time I ever went to the gym, I went with my dad, and that was when I was 15 in ninth grade. After that, I didn't really go to the gym much because I had school. But flash forward, I got expelled. A bunch of stuff happened. I'll tell that story some other day. But I started going to the gym consistently because I didn't go to school anymore. So I had no excuse, and gym was the only thing I had to do. So that's when I started going to the gym. That's when I started taking gym more seriously. And that's why I have the physique I have today. And this entire time of my fitness journey, I never gained any fat. Like, I'll show you my entire transformation pictures. Not once did I look fat or I have a belly or anything like that. And that's because I did something called a body recomposition. And I didn't do the traditional bulking and cutting like everyone else did. Now, here are two common mistakes that you should really avoid. Number one is going to be that you're eating too little. Common trend that I see right now, especially with people that are really overweight, is that you go to the gym, you eat nothing because you just starve yourself. That's not the correct approach for this. If you starve yourself, then your body is just going to start breaking down its own muscles just to support and like give you energy that you need just to support your daily functions. Go on a slight calorie deficit. Like I said before, Bob, his maintenance calorie is 2,500. Bob is going to eat 2,300. Don't go something so low like 1,800 or something like that. Number two is going to be protein, okay? So protein is essential here. What you're going to do is you're going to be eating around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight that you are. So for example, you're 140 pounds. You're eating 140 grams of protein. It's literally that simple. Do not compensate for your protein. Eat enough protein for your body weight. Like I said before, 1 pound of body weight equals 1 gram of protein. Just keep that in mind. Now we move on to training, and training is my favorite part. I hate eating, but I love training. But even in training, you need to do something called a progressive overload. This is essential, okay? Your body will need a reason to grow. Progressive overload is the answer. What is progressive overload? For example, you go to the gym, right? You hit bench press. Let's just say you do 40 kg for 5 reps. The next time you hit bench press, your goal is to get higher than 5 reps with the same weight. For example, 40 kg with 6 reps or 40 kg with 7 reps. And then once you reach a certain amount, like 8 to 12 reps, you up the weight like 45 kg and you start again. This is essential. You need to do this in order to build muscle, because if you're not progressively overloading, you're not giving your body a reason to build muscle. It's literally that simple. Now we talk about my least favorite part, cardio. Cardio, do it 2 to 3 times a week and do it so that it actually supports your fat loss and it supports your goals. Like for me, I was already really skinny, so I've never done cardio a day in my life. I don't know what cardio is. But if you have a higher body fat percentage and you have a lot of fat on you, you should do cardio, and I would say do it 2 to 3 times a week, just enough to support your fat loss, but not so much that it destroys your recovery. Okay, now this part is super important for you to understand. When you weigh yourself, when you start doing this program, right? When you weigh yourself, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm not gaining any weight, or like the scale is barely moving. That's normal. Don't freak out. Okay, the body recomposition is not like magic where you're gonna gain 5 kg of muscle in a week. The scale is going to be confusing, and you might lose like 2 pounds of fat and gain 2 pounds of muscle then in the same month. You know what I mean? So the scale barely moves. So what I would say that you should do is you should track your measurements. If you're progressively overloading and in the gym your weights are going up, your progress is going up, then it's working. You should also take a picture before you start going to the gym and compare it after a month, and then you'll see like the difference. You'll be able to see it clearly. So that is it. That's all you need to know about body recomposition. It's not fully in detail, obviously. If you want me to make a video about a full in-depth breakdown about body recomposition, well, I'll make a full, like, I don't know, I'll make it a really long video. Then just let me know in the comments and I can do that. And just know that this will take some time and it will take consistent effort. Do not give up if you don't see progress for a week. That's just normal. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me in my Instagram. I'll link that in the bio as well. And if you want one-on-one coaching, I'll also link that in the bio. I do work with people one-on-one and they've seen some crazy results. So if you want to join that, just fill out the form below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe.